There are a lot of people who ask me for a photo too. A photo of practicing, a photo of a couple, a photo of this, a photo of that. Why don't I do it? Because I know. I know the person he is. I know him. So I'm afraid. Today he has no contact. I have no contact with him. I don't know his phone number. I don't know anything. I didn't change my name because, like it or not, it's my name, right? There is no way to change. But I don't have any contact with him. I don't have any phone number from him. I don't have anything from him. And I don't record videos. I don't take photos because I'm afraid someone will hack my cell phone or, I don't know, something will happen and they'll catch it, right? Because until then, if the police happen to raid my house, something like this happens, I'm just a single woman with a dog. That's why Slash has commands, right? So, that's why I've always said, I'll always say don't ask me for video, there's no point in asking for video, there's no point in asking for a photo, because I don't do it precisely because of that. Because I know what he's capable of. Even though I've been 2 years old. Get out of there because we don't have any contact. But I don't know, right? I don't know what's going on in his head. I say it because I already left my cell phone in fast mode, so that in case something happens, I set it to factory. So if there's anything, I can quickly set it up to leave it, as if it had just left the factory, you know. With factory standard. So that's why I'm calm, I talk to you. But I don't like to have videos. Precisely for prevention, due to everything I've been through just for that. Not currently, because the only thing I use like as my own is my name, you know, which is Dan Bora. But my email is totally different from my name. My number is not registered in my CPF. So, my number is registered in the CPF of my mother, who is deceased. So, like as a whole security, right? But not bugging. But I say this of not having videos on my cell phone. Why? Especially my videos, right? Precisely because of this fear I have of him hitting my house, right? Do something, break into my house with some order, and take my documents, my cell phone, my computer, these things, and have videos of me. Because as I told you, I have tattoos, so. And even if you make a video covering one time or another, something will appear, some detail that can incriminate me. Right, that's why I don't make videos. I don't have videos of myself, precisely because of that, because of my tattoos, and because of this fear that I have, right? I believe that no, I don't know if you can do it. It can do something, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Today I say like this that the thing against depression is telling someone what you're feeling. So what do? I have Slash I talk, because I know that he is a person who will not judge me, that I can say whatever I want, that he will not go around telling anyone, will not judge me for my choices. So, the best thing we have is to let off steam, whether with a dog, with a bird, with a fish, with a turtle, which are things that no one will go out telling, right? They are animals that will keep their secret. He's 7 keys, right? He will die with them, so venting is the best thing we do. But it's because like this, oh, that nor. Today, I see it differently, because at the time he threatened me for having a position, right? Corporal of the military police. Then he threatened me, so it was like this, one thing. He said, get out of my face, otherwise I'll kill you, and I'll kill your dog with you. So like, I left everything behind, right? I came from Minas Gerais, and there in Minas I left my son, I left my family, I left everything there in Minas, right? Ran away. The only thing I brought, like, was what fit inside my car. It was my dog, of course, right? And my clothes, my computer. So I brought like very little, because it was what really fit in my car. That's what I brought away. And I had to start a whole new life, right? From scratch. Today I have my house because I already had a profession, so it wasn't that difficult. Let's say, in quotes. But today I have my house. Today I'm fine, but still not 100%, because I think I've already commented to you that I had to leave my son. I left everything, everything, everything in Minas. And I left, so whether you like it or not, there are moments that hit, yes, a sadness, right? And these are things that, like it or not, Slash doesn't fulfill. But, as I said, life goes on, right? Regarding having a future love, yes, I think about getting married again. But as long as the person enjoys the same things as me. Because as I said, I've been practicing every day for 8 years. Let's put it that way. So it's almost a marriage, right? Whether you like it or not. And I'm not going to stop doing what I do, what I like, to be able to please others, to be able to have a standard there. You know, before society, you know, let's say, that traditional Brazilian family, you know, from a margarine commercial, you know, that everyone likes, you know. But in the future, who knows? A new love, another person who from the beginning already knows what I like, what I do, so I don't have to hide it. Because I think the worst thing is that you hide, do it out of fear, hide it out of fear of what others will think, what others will say. Not that I'm going to go out and tell everyone, oh, that I do that, but at least a partner who understands and accepts. I think that's the main thing.
Regarding Slash and my ex, right? In this case, it was like that. He didn't know how to take advantage of it. I think it's because he is from the military police, so there is, whether he wants to or not, he has to keep a, oh, how would I say? Oh, the word didn't escape me, you know? So he has to maintain a family pattern there, right? So you can imagine what they were going to say about him, right? Like this, if everyone knew that, what happened? That he came home and saw it. He wasn't going to have that standard that he told others that he had. So it was a very difficult thing, a very traumatic moment in my life that I don't like to remember too much. But it passed. Past waters do not move the mill. Look, I don't think so. Because if he had told anyone about what happened,
Or someone had already come after me. Or he would become a laughingstock, like the guy was betrayed by a dog. So, I don't think so. I believe that what happened there stayed there and that's it. Even if it hurts the penis, but so it really is a more pleasurable thing. But sometimes I want, like, just to relax, to be more relaxed. So, I don't want something that takes a long time, let's put it that way. But to really relax. More than even on the weekend, I'm more relaxed. That I don't have college, that I don't have much to do. Then I let him play. He plays wherever he wants. I'm his, right? On the weekend he can do whatever he wants. Let's put it that way, right? But during the week, I give a greater control. That you always have to be there with the plug in your hand.
because there are times when it happens sometimes that even I haven't said that at home. I'm not used to wearing clothes because I live alone, just me and him. So at home I feel more comfortable. So it happens. Sometimes you lick it there and then something happens. It's not always, right? I'm not going to be like this, wow, 10 times a day, no. But there is a time when it happens that he smells, comes, licks it, gets out, then comes back. And when I leave, like even to play for real, that's where the plug has to always be at hand. Because if it happens to him, because they have a supernatural strength. So if it happens, I get on all fours, then I already have the plug there, so I can be more relaxed. Hi all, good night. I'm going to clarify here in the group that I think it's a little easier, right? There are some people calling me on PV regarding the relationship of taste of men's juice and the taste of dog's juice, if there is any difference. So I'm going to answer here because I think it's easier for everyone. Then I don't need to not answer in private and here too. So let's go. There is a difference, okay? The men's juice, she's a little more bitter, right? And it's thicker, stickier. Let's put it that way. And the dog's juice, it's a little more liquid, okay? She is, and I would say a little sweeter. I don't know if it's because I'm used to it, but I think it's a little sweeter than the man's. So there is this difference, okay? The man's I don't like very much. And so there's a super cool tip. I don't know if there are other women in the group, but anyway, let's go.
Whenever you do an oral, even gay. I don't know if there is any here too, but whenever you are going to do some oral on the man, and if you want to swallow pineapple with condensed milk, give it to him before, give it to the man to eat there before having sex, an hour before or so, and magically the cum becomes sweet. I don't know what happens, but it's very tasty, you know. It is a very different taste. It doesn't get that bitter thing that you swallow and stay that, but it's much tastier and more pleasant. Let's put it that way. Of course it won't taste like condensed milk, but that's enough. It goes down better, let's put it that way. It's because that's how it is. Think with me. The vagina, it's elastic, right? That's what I always say. There are a lot of people who say like that. But they get hooked, I don't know what. I'm going to I don't know what. I don't know what, people.
A child comes out of the vagina, and a few hours later it returns to normal size as if nothing had happened. So it's not going to be a man's penis that will, unless it's in a child, right? Logical. But a woman won't do that much damage. So there are a lot of people who see the woman hitched to the dog and say, wow, this pussy of hers must be rolled up and I don't know what, I don't know what. That's not it, okay? There is pompoirism. For those who don't know, pompoir is exercises. That leaves it locked there, right? We do the exercises throughout the day. Exercise like holding the pee, as if it were a movement. To hold the pee, let's say so. So the dog's not, it doesn't let it, okay guys? Wide, rolled up. Just like there are many people who talk in the ass. What happens? It hurts, right? And he gets rolled up. Don't get rolled up because it's not something you're going to do often, right? Just like there are women who shove it. As we have already seen, those huge horrible things and come out, right? But it won't be the dog's penis that will do that either. Of course, we can't abuse it either. It's not something you're going to do like that often every day. You're going to have anal sex there with the dog and stuff. Why do I use plug? Because for me it's more comfortable, even though it hurts sometimes. Not really. In fact, it has that knot that we talk about, which is there all the time. Any dog you look at, if you pass your hand, you will feel the penis, and a little bit up the penis, it starts from the balls. You will feel the knot. Every dog has it. When he has intercourse, he has penetration, he is more stimulated, and the bloodstream increases and everything else. And that's where it ends up swelling. But every male dog does. I talk about pineapple with condensed milk because, like, the time I was married for 9 years. And the time I was married, he liked oral a lot. So, like, in the beginning, it was that nasty thing because he wanted me to swallow it. Wow, it was a real hell, let's say. Well, the Portuguese, of course. And I didn't like it. Wow, I thought that was horrible. And then there was one time that a friend of mine said, look, try the pineapple with condensed milk, which gives it a different taste and stuff. And then I said, I'm going to try. It doesn't cost anything. Let's try. I bought the pineapple, the condensed milk, and then an hour before we went to bed, I gave it to him to eat. He was a little suspicious, but he ended up eating. And then we go to the finals, and it really tastes very different. It tastes better. For those who like it. I speak like this. I speak for myself because I like it, okay? Even when it was bad, I swallowed it. When it got less bad, it got even better, right? So like this, as the more you give, it gets less bad, right? It's just like I said, it won't taste like pure condensed milk, but it's more pleasant to the palate. It's the same with Slash. I think it took Slash 1.5 years, more or less, to really get going, because before he took it, but he went up and down. He didn't get engaged. And then it took, I think, about 1.5 years, 2 years, to really get to the ends in all that, right? That I wanted, because
he wasn't used to that. He never had contact with a female dog, so it was difficult. The training was difficult, even though I masturbated him. I did, you know, everything as I order costumes, but I still didn't go. And when the big day really arrived, you know, everything in the beginning, it was very complicated. Why? Because he hooked up, and then he already wanted to leave, right? Because it still doesn't bother them, right? Somehow. Because he's trapped inside another person, another female dog, right? So it bothers them. So what does he do? He wants to go out anyway, and in this he can end up hurting both the woman and the dog. So you have to be patient, practice, and go for it. But that's how it is. Oh, the biggest mistake people make is to think that, oh, I'm going to get a dog, and right away he'll be swallowed up. People, it's not like that. You have to have practice, you know, because you're thinking you're going to get the dog. You're going to stay there on all fours, and he's already going to hitch. It's not like that, because the dog is used to his nature, right, to stay with the female dog. So the female dog, he knows what he has to do. But with the woman, it's a little more difficult, right? So, like, you have to train. That's what I always say. You have to train. You have to have the commands to make it easier, because you don't think you're going to get it the first time and you're already hooked, which is not like that. No. Don't fall into this illusion. There are a lot of people who ask me for a photo too. A photo of practicing, a photo of a couple, a photo of this, a photo of that. I don't do it. Why? Because I know the person he is, I know. So like this, I'm afraid. Today like this, he doesn't.
I don't have any contact with him. I don't know his phone number. I don't know anything. I didn't change my name because whether I like it or not, it's my name, right? There is no way to change. But I don't have any contact with him. I don't have any phone number from him. I don't have anything from him. And I don't record videos. I don't take pictures because I'm afraid someone will hack my phone. Or whatever, something happens and they catch it, right? Because until then, if it happens that the police come to my house, something like that happens. I'm just a single woman with a dog. That's why Slash has commands. So that's why I've always said, I'll always say, don't ask me for video. There's no point in asking for a video. There's no point in asking for a photo. Because I don't do it precisely because of that. Because I know what he's capable of. Even if you have...
It's been 2 years since I left there. We don't have any contact, but I don't know what's going on in his head. I say it because I already left my cell phone in quick mode, in case something happens. I set it to factory. So if there's anything, I can set it up quickly to make it look like it just left the factory, you know? With factory standard. So that's why I'm calm. I talk to you, but I don't like to have videos, precisely for prevention, due to everything I've been through, just for that.